super cute little lightweight 24-foot fun finder. Ideal couples coach here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This is perfect for some traveling here. Like I mentioned, lightweight unit. You see that front nose cap's going to help hold up against the push of wind over time. When you hit those headwinds, it's not going to cause a fiberglass wall to kind of cave in on the nose. You've seen probably a lot of older campers out there, like in the early 2000s, where it looks like the nose is just caved in. It's because when you pass those semis, it just deflects the wind inward and really can put a damper on it. Now, there are some. When I first glanced at this, I was like, well, you know, it's pretty cute. But where this thing really got me, where I was actually really impressed, was the detail stuff. It's the little stuff, and it's the stuff you're going to use every day, and that's what I kind of want to point out here. First of all, it is in good shape. It has been very well kept, so that's obviously the most important thing. I haven't seen anywhere where there's any kind of defects or failures. We have nicer things like a power tongue jack and power awning on here, stuff you're going to use all the time. They have, upgraded models on here, so you're not going to get tennis elbow, or if it's raining, you don't have to wrestle with a manual awning in the wind. We have 30-pound propane tanks instead of 20, so you do have 50% more dry camp time. I noticed these sidewalls are a high gloss, which really surprised me given the dollars and cents on this thing. You can see the reflection of everything in it there pretty clearly. I also noticed that the baggage doors here are fully sealed. That means that the water can't get in this piano hinge, and when water freezes, it expands. And if water gets in this hinge and freezes, you ever been in a campground, somebody opens the door and it's like screech, like some old Halloween horror thing off the radio? Well, that's why. Little slide out here isn't extremely large, but it does give you a nice living room, and a small slide out means less money and less weight. So there's some good sides to that too. Oversized downspouts up on your roof gutters up here. These are going to work to help keep the black streaks off the trailer. And the fact that this is a smooth-sided fiberglass trailer means it's a lot easier to clean anyway. Now, I was really impressed. At first I thought, holy cow, these people did some serious traveling. But in speaking with the salesman that took this on trade, what I discovered is they've had several campers, and this is a lifetime achievement map. This is not the lifetime of this RV. Still, it's really cool to see people getting around. It looks like they only got 5 more states to go, maybe 6. And they're going to have the, United States covered here. Well, no, I'm sorry. They don't have Hawaii either, but I don't expect they're going to haul this thing over to Hawaii. The other thing I really liked here is we do have a second entry door straight to the bathroom. Now, that I think is very cool. Oops, we got it locked up here. We can fix that. We have the technology. Check this out. There we go. So the fact that this rear door goes right to the bathroom is really advantageous for a couple reasons. If you're going down the road and you need to stop and use the facilities real quick, no problem. You're covered. If if you're at your campsite and you want to hop inside real quick, you can do that. You don't have to track dirt through your whole trailer. Now, we have a nice patio awning here, power awning, so it's easy in, easy out. And you see this little bracket right here. This is an outdoor TV bracket. It matches up to the bracket inside the coach. There is no TV included with this RV, but if you make sure you match up the right bracket, you could have an indoor-outdoor television. We do have nicer aluminum rims here, so they're not going to get rusty and pit on you. This does have a trail air suspension system. What that means is that this has more travel between the tires, so you're going to get a smoother ride. Now, they also upgraded the handle here. You see, stock from the factory came with the little handle. They added the big folding handle aftermarket, and that will give you something really nice to just really grab onto when you're hopping in and out. If you've had knee work or hip or back surgery or something, those are really nice. I do also like little things like this. These little, I call it the hockey puck system, so you can open your screen door without necessarily having to open this, let in bugs or anything like that. Oh, one other thing I forgot. The control panel is right down here. Let me open this door and get you some light. The control panel is right down here. And it might seem like a funny spot for it, but you can stand outside of this RV. You can run your awning. You can run the slide outs. You can manipulate the battery disconnect that you have right here. You don't have to track dirt through the coach. That's what I like. You can easily use and maintain this thing just, without even going inside half the time. Now, the dinette here, let me cover this before I forget. Standard from the factory, this had a pedestal dinette. they had unscrewed it from the floor, and they didn't like the look that the screw holes had in there, so they just put a couple little tiles in place, did a nice job of it. They had those adhered to the floor so that you don't see that. Then they modified this table to be a freestanding table, so they could take this out like a picnic table. They could move it over here if they wanted to. They could do whatever they wanted with it. But it can still fold down into a sleeper, so you can still sleep some guests or maybe some grandkids there. Over here, we're looking at this is a Galley Slide, which is the kitchen and sofa slide out. The sofa will fold down into a little sleeper. Now, something that really impressed me, again, the detail stuff. Your cabinetry in this thing, pretty darn impressive. Especially for a very affordable lightweight unit. A lot of times lightweight units have kind of flimsy cabinet doors, and these are really made to be abused. Again, if you have a grandkid come over, they're not going to carefully shut the door. No, they put their hand here and go whack every single time. Now, did you notice too, we have hidden hinge cabinetry in here like you'd have in a house. They don't have cheaper cabinet hinges. These are, again, this is something that's made for real use and real longevity. Your windows, they do have nightshades, but one thing I like to point out is if you notice, your windows here have an 80% tint. You see how you can't see inside that window, but you can see outside of the windows. That means that it's kind of like automotive tint, you know? It gives you good visibility of your campsite, but you maintain privacy. Now, over here in the kitchen, you see that they do have a couple sink basin covers here, so you can use that like extra counter space. Or ladies, if your husband acts up, pick this thing up, smack him with it, get him back in line. Not that that's ever happened to me. Oh, it happens every day. Anyway, never mind. Up here you see that we have some extra power outlets in the kitchen. And notice how deep this countertop is. So even though you don't have a very wide countertop, you do have a deep countertop that does offer a lot of square footage of coverage here. The pantry and refrigerator located right behind the stove here, I like to point out because it has you notice that there's a matching stainless steel appliance package going on here. Again, nice modern touches. Now, a lot of times when you have this kind of kitchen slide out, it has no vent hood above the stove, but you see that they did cover that detail here. Again, big pantry space. Now, the previous owners, let me turn on a light here, give you some more visibility. Just a second. There we go. You see that the previous owners did put in a couple little shelves here, and I like that they kept them back out of the way so you can get big stuff and little stuff in there all at the same time. That I thought was very cool. The folks that own this, you could tell had a couple RVs in the past. They really took care of this thing, and they shored up a couple little loose ends that maybe this thing had from the factory and have made it quite a nice model, really. One thing I really was impressed with, in a lightweight, you don't usually find a standing fifth wheel shower instead of a travel trailer tub. Also, extra linen space and storage space here in the bathroom. That's something that a lot of fifth wheels still get wrong. And you see that they also added a shelf there to double the storage that you get out of the same amount of cabinetry. Moving forward here, again, the slide out giving us that extra room you need here so that if someone is standing here in the kitchen, the other person doesn't have to do the travel trailer shuffle to get past them. Lots of light, lots of windows, which is rare for a small trailer. And the TV here, the TV entertainment center, because there is no TV in this model, TV is on a spinner design, so this can face either the bedroom or the living room as you prefer. Now notice too, they did finish the back of it, so that mirror right there, during the day, it's going to add extra light to either your bedroom or your living room because the light from the windows will reflect off that, and that extra light makes it feel a little more open in here. You don't feel so cramped, and that's a really important thing in a smaller trailer. They do some things here to combat the fact that this is to make it not feel small, even though it is a smaller rig. I mean, just to give you an idea how this is put together, you know, it's made to go down the road for sure. Everything on this is fully laminated. Now your stereo is also your DVD player. It's all-in-one entertainment and includes outside speakers. You don't need to bring extra electronics. The point of this camper is to turn the keys and go. Now notice up front here too, we still have a front wall window, which is going to let in even more light. And both sides of the bed do have things like power outlets. So folks that maybe have the breathing machines for nighttime sleeping, you don't have to decide, do we go camping or do we sleep good this weekend? You get to do both. So give us a call, 800-256 $51.96. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Stay safe. Happy camping. Oh, one more thing. I don't know if I mentioned it. The pedestals that they removed from here, they did save all the hardware. It's in great shape. It's located in the underbelly, the pass-through storage under the bed. So if you want to revert it to how it was built originally, you can do that. Again, take care. Happy camping, everybody.